to WIMPS.
Hello and welcome to WIMPS, this week from the Lord Rank, the flagship of the Ocean Youth Trust Ireland.
This week is an election special. We come to you from Belfast Loch, and the main issue we're talking about today is the environment.
This week we have an interview with Green Party candidate Adam McGibbon.
We took to the streets of Belfast asking voters what are their opinions on the environment.
We also have a lineup of this week's election news.
How's that for a slice of Pirate Gold?
Hi and welcome to another election special hot seat. I'm Eving from the Belfast WIMPS crew and we're on board the Lord Rank today.
Hi, I'm Adam McGibbon. I'm the Green Party candidate for South Belfast and one of the youngest people standing in this election.
Hey, thanks for coming today.
My pleasure.
The slogan for the Green Party manifesto is "Fair is worth fighting for." How do you plan to make a fairer Northern Ireland and a fairer UK?
Well, we think it's a damning indictment of Labour that after 13 years in power, the whole of the UK is actually an even more unequal place than it's ever been over the last 30 or 40 years. So our whole idea of fair is worth fighting for. It's about stuff like creating a high pay commission so that bankers can't get their hands on massive bonuses. It's about stuff like creating 38,000 new jobs in Northern Ireland in renewable energy to help out people who really need it at the minute. I mean, for example, in the docks right now in Northern Ireland we have a history of heavy industry and manufacturing. We should be using that to create renewable energy in Northern Ireland to help bring people jobs in the construction sector that really need it right now.
God, it's a really long question. We have launched our own manifesto outlining the things that are important for young people in Northern Ireland. One of the key topics in our manifesto is actually environment, and the Green Party are seen as the champions in environmental issues and policies. How did the Green Party help save the environment?
Well, the whole idea of green politics, one of the core tenets of it is the whole idea of sustainable development, and that's putting the environment on the same plane as social issues and economic issues. And we kind of think right now the environment's at the bottom of that kind of pillar, but we like to have it on the same kind of level, because at the end of the day the environment is a subsidiary of social life and economic life, and if the parent company collapses then everything just goes. So we think that there should be equal consideration to all three, and that's the kind of ethos we like to bring to all kind of areas of government. So that's how we'd save the environment.
Okay. Northern Ireland has one of the most important marine conservation areas in the world in Strangford Lough. What is your commitment to protecting our marine environment? Well,
green politics is a holistic philosophy, and we think that you have to look after places like rivers and important conservation areas, because that'll have a knock-on effect on everything else, like the water you drink. So that's certainly a high priority for us, and animal welfare is another big concern of ours. So we place a pretty high priority and a high commitment on looking after those kind of areas.
One of the key criticisms levelled against the Green Party is that the party is solely focused on environmental issues. How do you respond to this?
I think that's lazy stereotyping. I think in the past that certainly would have been an easy hit for us to take, really, but I think since then we've kind of professionalised a wee bit. We're talking about economics, and the whole idea of our manifesto in this election is the idea of the Green New Deal. You could argue it's more focused on economics than environmentalism, but obviously there's that pillar in there as well. So I think if anybody has a read at our manifesto and they see we have policies on all walks of life, that they can't really say that anymore.
Well, thank you, Adam.
Thanks very much.
This has been another election special.
Gordon Brown has been apologising a lot this week after being overheard calling a voter who had challenged him on his immigration a bigot. Brown didn't realise when he got into the car that his microphone was still on. He'd said that the conversation he had with a 66-year-old pensioner who'd been a Labour voter all her life as being a total disaster. The old woman asked Mr Brown where are all these Eastern Europeans coming from and why are they here? They're from Eastern Europe, love. Gordon Brown has apologised profusely for calling the racist old woman a bigot.
This week is the last televised election debate, with the main issue being the economy, arguably the most significant thing on the agenda. With the party so close in the polls, this debate could decide who will be the next Prime Minister. Over 9 million people tuned in for the first leaders debate, nearly half that tuned in for the second, and tonight's viewing figures will show whether people care more about Coronation Street or Downing Street.
In local election news, this week Sinn Féin have launched their manifesto with only 1 week to go. Well, it's better late than never.
This week, unionist parties clash over David Cameron's comments about cutting the size of the public sector in Northern Ireland in a recent BBC interview. The Tory leader's comments have been seen as very damaging for the hopes of the CUP taking seats off the DUP in Northern Ireland.
For more information on our stories, go on to www.wimps.tv.